trying to get the workplace working. Home from work. Took the two arms for the monitors. Took the monitor that I bought here and mounted it, so that's a good height. I got the laptop sitting on a holder in the middle, and then I set up my home computer on this side, thinking that on this side of the Maginot line would be friendly territory, and this would be invaded territory. And I finally got my display set up, so panel, whatever you want to call it, basically. So I got to the point where it on the surface is work, and despite the fact that I've been working remotely since August the 8th, most of this was done Labor Day, September 5th. Got the printer. Now, for the bulk of August, I was working just on this desk, which was an adequate amount of space. So, more space. That's good. But in trying to do a dry run yesterday where I fired everything up, I realized this isn't going to work. I need all of this for work. And then, of course, there's the idea that once I'm working on editing, do I want to still be in the same office that I've been in all day long? And that isn't where I want to be. If I'm out on the dining table as I was before, admittedly that's not great, but at least it's a different space, and if Trudy's watching something, then I can watch it with her. So now I'm going to have to move this stuff back out. Oh yeah, there's my work companion. I had him all through the pandemic. That's from a variety. So anyway, 5th week of working remotely, and I'm still trying to figure it out, but we're getting there. So what to do with the second arm? Well, I actually found on Amazon a thing that I can mount to this that's going to hold that. So that's going to be kind of good, because then I can have the laptop sitting here, and if I have to do a Zoom meeting, well, I just shut this off, it goes back to that, and I can do my Zoom meeting, and that will have the display that I want up. These are the 3 Rob Croxford Sign Series pop culture references. So if that was unpacked and mounted, which it will be soon, is To Boldly Go, Star Trek. In the middle, slightly smaller, The Dude Abides from The Big Lebowski. And then, of course, the commission that I had him do just before we moved, which is the Batman animated I Am the Knight. That will actually have a Batman figure standing in front of it. I'm just saying, somehow I'm going to get a Batman figure. Maybe it'll be on top. I don't know. You know, I have a Lebowski figure, so it would be kind of funny to mount a figure on top of each one of these that's related to it. But anyway, that's for another time. I'm sure everybody went through this when the pandemic first happened in March of 2020. I'm just getting there now, September of 22, but just trying to make it work from home. Ugh. Oh, this is kind of funny. So I got a Magic Jack with an Edmonton phone number on it, so that any of the customers that I need to talk to, they can call me. They can call me on this number. This is also the number that a lot of employees have, and the CFO called it today. Now, here's what's super cool about this, because this is a phone I've had since before I met Trudy. Yeah. It's a bad phone. So anyway, yeah, there's still organization to go. I still have my Starbucks cup, because when we moved into the new office, there was a Starbucks, and they gave everybody a reusable Starbucks cup. And of course, I hate Starbucks, but I like Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, so I fixed it. Ha ha ha. I'm a funny guy. Yeah. So, like I said, still a lot of work to do. Oh, even though it's the U.S. Open, I'm wearing the only Tennis Masters shirt that I have, which is my French Open shirt from 2018. That's where things are as of today. Is this disorienting for you? Because I think it's a kind of cool effect. This chair really glides. Liam. That was interesting. So it is September the 9th, 2022. It is a crisp day in Edmonton. I believe the high today is expected to be 16. It started off somewhere around 8, feeling like 5. I think it's around 10 or 11 now. And I'm out here in shorts because, yeah, the wind's a bit breezy, but it's so much nicer than what it was. So very much nicer than what it was. Segregation candy. Do, 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 do. 6, 4, 3, 2, 2. You know how it's going to play out. Shall we begin? I haven't posted anything in a while. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I mean, there's a post that I want to do, which is a comparative between here and back in Ontario, Alberta to Ontario. But I'm going to be back in Ontario like mid next week, so it kind of makes sense to wait until I get the comparative video before I do anything. So I don't really have anything to share right now. Trudy's been going out on walks while I'm working, which is great. Particularly since it's probably... By the way, that guy went the other direction not long ago. The only thing people do in this neighborhood seems to be going one way and then coming back. It's very weird. Anyway, yeah, so Trudy's been going out on walks, which is great. Particularly considering much of the year is not going to be walkable, or she may not be as inclined for that part of the year to go walking. But what I asked her to start doing was videotape and take pictures and document what she's doing, with the idea that maybe I can make a Trudy video, or put together a Trudy video, because she would be the one making it. So we'll see how that goes. Dog. In all honesty, though, from the perspective of me personally, I just don't know how much farther this can go. I suppose I'm going to have to have a lot of time off, and or save it for when I'm scheduling special trips, special events, that sort of thing, so that I have something to show you, because just a guy walking down the street isn't really that interesting, particularly when the street could be anywhere. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between 144th and, say, Bloor in Mississauga, although I have to admit, this is a much nicer sidewalk, so take that, Mississauga. But that angle, that approach, is going to get pretty tiring pretty quick. You know, and then what am I going to do? Just start vlogging about my emotions? Yeah, that's an entirely different narrative depending on what time of the day it is. Check these birds out. These are magpies. I'm not going to say that they're unique to Edmonton, but they are around. Yeah, they're pretty birds. They look black and white, but when they start flying, or if the light hits them a certain way, you realize that's actually blue. You see a little bit of the blue on the wing, but there's a shimmering amount of blue elsewhere on the bird. It's really very interesting. They're pretty birds, and they bounce rather than crawl or whatever. They seem to hop as they land and when they're looking for food. So that's interesting as well, and kind of unique to here. But again, it's not a bird spotting channel. So I don't know. Yeah, I could hold court on creative processes, but I haven't really gotten back into doing the creative yet, so it really is still just my life is vacillating between exhaustion, sleep, and unpacking. There's work in there, so work, sleep, and unpacking. That's basically what my life is right now. 2 of those aren't at all interesting, and the third is sleeping. Anyway, yeah, just enjoying the just below 20 weather, which for me is shorts weather. Yesterday was hot, really hot. Ugh. Anything above 24 is just ridiculous. And I can't believe I moved here and I'm experiencing above 24. And it's September, you know. I think it was 30 degrees on September the 11th. Like, what? What is this, Ontario? So, anyway. A lot of dogs. Yeah, so that's it. That's
It's me walking down 144th towards the 7-Eleven. Well, yapping at you about nothing. Hi, welcome to the Seinfeld channel. That was one of the worst Jerry Seinfeld impressions ever. I apologize. All right, that's it. I'm done for now. At 128, and apparently this is with the gas companies not passing on the 13 cent a liter rebate from Jason Kenney. He's complaining to the federal government about this. Oh my God, I can't believe that the gas companies would screw me. I'm their friend. So it's September 16th, mid-September. When you go back and you look at any of these videos, going all the way back, a fair number of them are mid-month. They start mid-month. I don't really have a whole lot to say, so that's been part of the problem. There's a lot that we haven't unpacked. It's been more getting things to work. So how do you cover that? I mean, for example, you know, none of the stuff is on the wall, although I have figured out what the height will be of the eventual furniture I'm going to have here that is going to hold most of what is in these boxes. But as you can see, the unpacking that I have done has just resulted in a lot of clutter going on top of this, which I have to remove every time I have a Zoom meeting at work because the camera is on the laptop. So this part is new. I found on Amazon a laptop holder for the mount. I was originally thinking of doing the work computer on this side, and then a personal computing that does a bear editing, that sort of thing, on the monitor on this side with the home computer. But I very quickly decided I didn't want to be in here all the time, so I didn't. So that didn't happen. So instead, you know, we have this slowly evolving cacophony of crap. The new apartment, as I've mentioned many times, doesn't come with a lot of storage. So the closet area, I am preparing, trying to maximize the packing and everything, but in a way that I can also get at stuff. So these are boxes of Batman 89 Lego, the Batmobile and the Batplane. This pretty much just has Starship toys in it. And then way down here we have the box that has the Batcave. That video is available on my YouTube site when I originally got it and unboxed it. So I have to get that reset up. And once all of that is at the point where, you know, I know what it is, I know where it is, etc., then I'm just going to hang a curtain in front of it because that's storage. We did finally pull out the Batman and Catwoman 1940s style or bombshell style statue. This is what the long cardboard comic book boxes was traded for at Gotham Central. So I got a massive amount of store credit. I got a few other things with it as well, but Trudy saw this and liked it, and so that was it. And as you can see, it's you know, Catwoman, Trudy, Batman, replace the B with an F, and you've nailed me. And you know, other collectibles are starting to pile in around here. Haven't decided yet what the bottom part is going to be. Top part has something anybody that saw my office would be familiar with, because that's the original 1960s bust. The head actually does go back, and then the little knobby on it for opening up the bookcase for the bat poles to slide down. So the workplace, it's pretty much functional, pretty much where it needs to be. I do not have a high capacity printer. That's still an issue. I was out doing some Does-A-Bear stuff because the upstairs is not yet finished. I wanted to get some Does-A-Bear stuff out. So that's what that is. I had taken it down from the loft to take it out, to shoot outside, to shoot like 4 or 5 episodes outside, one of which I released yesterday on the Does-A-Bear site, YouTube channel, and I just haven't gotten around to putting it back up. From a packing perspective, this is still largely empty, so there's going to be a few boxes that are going to, you know, empty out when that is done, one of which is, of course, the bat cage. We'll go back in there. There are a couple of spaces on the bookcase that we don't have things in yet, so there's still a bit of tweaking with that. And that's the thing, when you don't have a lot of space, you have to bend time and space accordingly. This was in the bedroom, and Trudy was using it for the little organizers from IKEA for basically as a chest of drawers. We've repurposed it back out here. The music boxes, the LPs will eventually be at the bottom of that, and then that'll be useful. The TV is packed up, the Chromecast is set up, but as you can see, the players. And of course, we still have boxes. Those are going to temporarily go in the bedroom so that this bench can go there, and then the rest of the stuff here, that isn't a part of the bookcase is going to be cleared out of this area, because as of Wednesday the 21st, we're flying out. Trudy's joining me for a company function back east, rather than having the person coming in to take care of the cat have to go upstairs to do the litter and all that. We're just going to relocate the cat's litter box down here and deal with it when we get back. So I haven't done much video because there hasn't been a lot of progress. I have a whole lot of work still to do up there before I can use that as a studio for the Does-A-Bear stuff, not the least of which are some rather complicated bookcases that I have to put together. But otherwise, I mean, we're living in it and we're functioning and we're not frustrated most of the time, and we are slowly getting more of it organized. Our actual storage room is still largely filled with the pictures that need to go up on the wall, and then, you know, we've got Christmas stuff here, and this will over time get tighter and tighter packed to the point where I've maximized the space, but that comes with time. You know, it's all tinkering, right? For example, all of the board games are up here, and I had to repack this 2 or 3 times to get everything in it. So that's maximum. The other side of the closet, which has models, or as I call it, my retirement plan. There's still space for some of those. I will have to unpack those. And then, of course, at the bottom, we've got our recyclables and then our bottle returns, because in Alberta, beverages you pay a deposit on, and the only way you get the deposit back is to bring it to a bottle redemption facility. So again, you know, more packing and storing in the walk-in closet on my side. Still 2 boxes to unpack there. The box down there is basically just stuff that goes in there. All the rest of this is empty, and I haven't decided yet if I want to get rid of that or find something I can use it for a Does-A-Bear episode first. So that'll be the last box we get rid of. Monday is when they do the funeral for the Queen, and one of the first things I did was I dug out my Funko Pop Queen Elizabeth II and Corgi set. She's been on the desk, not amused, ever since. Getting there, but it's taken time, and that's the lack of progress is one of the reasons I haven't posted. So there you are. Now, it hasn't meant that things haven't happened. Like, we have weird weather. Like, it'll just blow in and blow out, like, so fast. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Oh, there's some lightning. I'm sure when I'm reviewing this, I'll come up with some sort of ending. I don't have it right now. So, back to work. Oh yeah, I bought this chair when we first got here and put it together, and it was fine when I was just at this table, but doing the combining tables, as you can see, there's a pole. In order to get right into the socket, I had to take the arms off the chair, which frankly is how I prefer it anyway.